In this tutorial, we're going to cover ACM XML collaboration. XML is a format in the internet designed to communicate between different applications. For ACM, it can provide events such as alarms and door status, badge reads, and a multitude of other events using this standard XML format. So let's take a look at some of the important notes in this. So we suggest to use ACM Enterprise version for this. XML compatible systems to receive the ACM XML collaboration event is required. So you have to have an application that is capable of doing that. For the purpose of this demonstration, I'm going to use an application called Splunk Reporting. So it's a system, there's a reporting system that can receive XML format, so it's pretty easy to configure with ACM. And customers can develop their own application to receive XML formatted, so it's not just necessarily an application that's out on the internet. They can go ahead and create their own type of application. Some of the requisites, we suggest utilize the latest version of ACM when running or when configuring XML. User account with admin capabilities is necessary for this. And you need to have an ACM license for XML collaboration, is the ACSWLIC-XML. Once you have the license, we suggest you verify that under the About screen. Make sure that you have that license enabled in ACM. And also, you would need to have an IP address and port number of the application that will receive the XML formatted collaboration. Also, be careful with firewalls and anything that would prevent ACM from sending the messages to this application. Okay, just logged in my ACM, so let's go ahead and take a look. First thing I would like to do is go into my appliance and go here to the About screen and take a look at my license. So I'm running, as of today, 5.12.0 SR2, and I do have the event generic XML license available in my system. So that's great. So I can go ahead and work on that. So the next steps, really, I'm going to go to my collaborations, and I'm going to create a collaboration. So the way you do that is you click in Add Collaboration, give that a name, so XML data, for example, and I'm going to go here and select XML generic. It's going to ask me for the IP address of that server. So this is where these messages will be sent out. So it's going out from ACM to a third-party application. So you need to know the IP address of that server and the port. And make sure there is no firewall preventing ACM from delivering those messages. So as the messages happen in ACM, as the user or as cardholders present their cards to readers, the messages or the events are written into the ACM database, and a copy is sent out via the XML collaboration here into the application on the other side. Okay, so this is the IP address that you need to enter in here. So I'm going to go ahead and enter an IP in here and port and hit save. And once you do that, now you have another tab. You can go to, I didn't click install because I already have one defined here that I'm going to show you in just a minute, but just to give an idea how you do the configuration. So once you do that, when that's defined, then I can go here into the Events tab, and now I can select, first of all, the schedule. When do I want these events to be sent out to this third-party application? I could specify any type of schedule I want. In this case, I want to have 24/7, so every message will be sent out. And then you can specify what type of events you want to be sent to the other side, to the application. You might be looking for just valid transactions because you using that information, that badge read, to do something else, to do a summarization of every employee and know where they've been and use for whatever other applications. So if that's the case, then I would just move valid credential, right? So there's two options in here. I can either fill the data here in ACM, so what I'm sending out is part of this members office in this list here. So I can filter this way, or I can simply move everything to the members, send every type of message to the other side, to the other application, and let the application on the other side filter the messages it wants. This gives you the ability to later on go back to the other application and create different types of filters, different types of reporting, or extract data differently. My suggestion is just send everything out and then filter on the other end. It will give you a little bit more flexibility. Okay, so basically you just go ahead and do that. Just highlight it, move it over, all the items in there. Hit save, and you are basically done with this side. So on the ACM side is very easy. That's all you have to do. And then you can decide also if you want to send acknowledge messages or not. I have all that clicked on mine, so I'm going to go ahead and show you the one that I actually use. This is the one that I use for Splunk, has the IP address of the server and the port. And as I said, I'm sending all the messages out, I'm sending all the acknowledges in, this is working 24/7. So on the ACM side, this is done. So now I'm gonna go ahead on the other application and configure the application to operator to receive those messages. Once again, really depends on the type of application the customer is utilizing. The idea here is that we provide, ACM provides a conduit that delivers information from ACM to a third-party application. So if you have someone now that understands the application on the other end, using a standard XML format, now they can go and use that information and manipulate the data the way they want it. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I did it in my system just to illustrate the point. So this is called Splunk, is a report generating application. And what you're looking at in here is just some of the reports that I've created for this, and it's showing you the some of the transactions. So this is all the events that I'm sending out. This updates automatically. So here's some of the other events in a different format, and there is a little bit more information here. So I have valid credential reads, unknown credentials, invalid credentials, request to exit, door force, so you can see some of the door being forced in there. And down here is the entire extract. So as the events happening in ACM, they are recorded to the ACM database, and a copy of that is sent out into the XML event conduit, which in this case is making into this application, and the transactions are all being recorded in here, okay? In the Splunk particularly, you have to go into settings and create data input. So you create some receivers to receive that data, and then once you have the data, you can go and create using search and reports. You can go in here and just manipulate that report. Okay, well, that's it for now.